This is Schoolboy Football, September 7 to December 14 on CVM TV. This is Schoolboy Football, brought to you by EdgeChem, AIM Financial Corporation, Texaco, Connect Services, Jamaica Stock Exchange, and Sunshine Snacks.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Fan Central Pitchside, brought to you by EdgeChem, AIM Financial Corporation, Connect Services, Texaco, Jamaica Stock Exchange, and Sunshine Snacks.
Small business owners and independent contractors get affordable insurance with Sagicor Pro Shield. The time by Sagicor Life is
7 o'clock.
Tonight in CVM News at 7, a policeman shot and killed in St. Andrew. 21 children killed in motor vehicle crashes this year. And experts reassure AI is here to help. In sports, St. Elizabeth Technical wins the 2024 Ben Francis Knockout Final. From Kingston, Jamaica, this is CVM News at 7, the weekend edition for Saturday, December 7, 2024. I'm Curlin Brown. And we begin on a somber note as 47-year-old Christopher Smith, a police corporal with the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the JCF, was killed in an apparent robbery at a Texaco gas station on East Avenue, Kingston 5 on Friday night. According to preliminary reports, the officer drove to the gas station minutes to 11 to refuel his vehicle while a robbery was in progress. 2 of the 5 armed men allegedly approached the officer, who was waiting inside his vehicle near one of the pumps, and proceeded to rob him of his service pistol. The suspects also opened fire, hitting Corporal Smith multiple times, then fled the scene in a white Toyota Wish. The officer was rushed to the Kingston Public Hospital by citizens. However, he succumbed to his injuries. Surveillance footage is being reviewed to identify the assailants. Commercial areas are already busier than usual in anticipation of the festive season. In response, the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation and the security forces have committed to ensuring public safety. Here's more in this report from Britannia Whittle.
Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police Michael Phipps is reaffirming the Area 4 Police's commitment to combating criminal activities during the busy festive season. Speaking at a press briefing on Thursday, Acting ACP Phipps stated that the police will work diligently as a part of an action plan which commenced on November 18 and continues until January 6, 2025 to ensure public safety in the commercial area.
The action plan has elements which treat with a number of issues, usually affecting public spaces at this time of the year. We will be paying particular focus to the suppression of criminal activities, overt and covert security forces presence, managing vendors and general vending activities, traffic management with the focus of alleviating congestion, minimize public order and provide a sense of safety and security, citizen security, and curtail the movements of criminals who choose to go across the space.
According to Phipps, the execution of the action plan is a partnership between the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the Jamaica Defence Force, the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, and stakeholders from the business community. He also warned that those involved in criminal activities will face the full force of the law.
We go very hard at the robbers, extortionists, and the gangsters who may choose to play out their conflicts in these spaces. In other words, this particular grouping will be the focus of our attention, and we will be coming very hard at them.
The JCF and the KSAMC are also urging citizens to remain vigilant and prioritize safety during the holiday season.
I strongly encourage everyone to consider, when possible, parking where vehicles are legitimate, parking their vehicles at legitimate spaces, parking spaces.
You to keep your mobile phone, your cash, and other valuables out of sight whilst in public spaces. If you withdraw large sums of cash from the bank or ABM, we ask that you secure the bulk of that cash before you go shopping, as you may never know who is watching or following you.
Britannia Whittle, CVM News.
And Mayor Andrew Swaby has also announced temporary traffic changes in downtown Kingston in preparation for the commercial and social activities set to begin on December 9. The adjustments aim to reduce congestion and improve the festive season experience.
To improve the flow of pedestrians and vehicle traffic in downtown area, after consultation with the police, more specifically the Public Safety Enforcement Branch and the NWA, in collaboration with our City Engineering Department, the following traffic changes have been proposed. Effective on the 9th of December, the Haywood Street will be a one-way traffic heading from east to west up to Orange Street. West Street, one-way traffic heading south between Spanish Town Road and Beckford Street. Pigeon Street, one-way traffic heading south between Spanish Town Road and Darling Street. And Beckford Street, one-way traffic heading west up to Orange Street.
So far this year, 21 children have lost their lives in motor vehicle collisions across the island. That's according to latest data from the National Road Safety Council. Now, this death toll continues to ignite urgent calls for stronger road safety measures and heightened public awareness to safeguard young lives. Britannia Whittle tells us more.
Dr. Lucian Jones, Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, NRSC, has issued a plea for greater road safety measures, emphasizing the alarming number of children who have lost their lives in traffic accidents this year. His call comes as 21 children have been killed on the nation's roads so far in 2024, including 6 fatalities involving motorcycles. Although there has been an overall decline in road deaths compared to 2023, Dr. Jones highlighted that the current number of child fatalities surpassed those recorded for the same period last year. He expressed deep concern over the persistent risks faced by vulnerable road users, particularly children, who are among the most at-risk groups.
It should be a wake-up call for us in Jamaica, even though it's late in the year. What it means is that we're not only losing adults, which is bad enough, but the future of our country, the young children, are dying also.
The fatalities underscore a growing concern about the misuse of motorcycles and inadequate road safety education. Children are not only victims as pedestrians, but also as passengers on motorcycles, often without proper protective gear.
You ought not to have 2 children riding on a bike with a driver, which is what happened yesterday. You should only have 1 passenger. And drivers who are driving with children need to have an extra sense of caution.
Dr. Jones urged the parents and guardians to prioritize the safety of children.
We need to protect our children in cars, in buses, on the streets, and when they are riding on bikes.
This latest call comes as just this Monday, 2 Lennon High School students, Richard Tulloch and Jodian Lodge, were killed in a 2-vehicle collision in Clarendon. So far, 344 people have died on the nation's roads. Britannia Whittle, CVM News.
Artificial intelligence, AI, is seen as a threat to many. However, over the years, experts have sought to clarify that narrative. Here in Jamaica, AI is finding its place, as you'll hear in this report from Trisha Gay Kelly, who is attending the Tech Beach retreat in Montego Bay, St. James.
Artificial intelligence is fairly new to the Caribbean, and over the years it's been quite a task getting some people on board with the idea of incorporating it in their daily lives. The experts, however, say Jamaica is making progress.
The shared belief among experts is that the concept around AI is misconstrued. That's according to Chief Information Officer from the Unit Trust Corporation, Nicholas Nanton.
Anytime you talk automation in the business, the first thing people say is, you're sending me home. You're looking to send me home. This is all about job cutting. And, you know, no matter what you do, it is a tough job to assuage people's fears.
What then is the reality? What does artificial intelligence do? Let's allow someone with authority to answer.
AI is a tool, not a solution. And we need to think through what it is we're trying to solve. And AI is a tool to help solve for it, not solve it. And if we don't approach it that way, what you're going to end up with is throwing a bunch of data, throwing information at something without a clear understanding of what it is you're trying to achieve.
Chairman of the National AI Policy Task Force, Christopher Record, says things are looking up for the country.
We have a lot of work to do. So the National AI Task Force, which we just concluded on doing our report, we're not doing the policy. So there's a lot of people that are, while I was on stage a while ago, somebody from the government is sending me a message wanting to know if we're handling this topic or that topic, and I just had to respond. While I'm on stage, we are the recommendation. We prepared the recommendation document. That's what we did. We're not preparing the actual policy. We hand over the recommendation document to the government, and then they put some things in place to prepare policy.
The technology is expected to do even more over the years and become a staple in all areas. Trisha Gay Kelly, CVM News.
The Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining is expected to begin distributing soil testing kits in early 2025. According to the Minister of Agriculture, Floyd Green, it will form part of a strategic initiative to foster greater cross-pollination of expertise between traditional techniques of local food production and science and technology. Joel Crosskill shares more in this report.
Soil health's correlation to food security is being prioritised for better appreciation by Minister of Agriculture Floyd Green, who announced the distribution of approximately 100 soil testing kits within the first quarter of 2025. It forms part of a broader programme of integration of technological innovation in the sector.
One of the big actions is our soil fertility mapping project, which is a collaborative effort between the Moroccan National Institute for Agricultural Research, and it looks at designing and developing an information system and soil databases for decision makers. And I'm really happy how we've been rolling out this program, because we are putting in irrigation systems into our Essex Valley region that borders South St. Elizabeth and South Manchester. And normally you would just put in irrigation systems, the farmers would look around and farm what they normally farm, use the practices that they normally use, and then it's after they have poor results, they come to the ministry and say, we need some help. But that is after they've lost their money, their resources. We need to always remember that agriculture is a science.
One which in the Jamaican context must now factor in new variables associated with changing weather patterns, as well as the ministry's ambition of putting previously unused lands under agricultural production.
The mapping project has brought us into that Essex Valley region. We've taken these samples and we're designing a database so that when you go to farm, you can look and see this is the soil, this is the nutrition regime that you need. In fact, we've already done our own pilots using various nutrition regimes, and I must say the results have looked very, very good. So I am guaranteed that when we roll out Essex Valley, that we will have great results, especially in terms of productivity. But we want to do this for the entire island.
Minister Green said the training, which is provided to extension officers of various agencies, is playing a crucial role in strengthening farmers' capacities in sustainable land management practices, while also mentioning another program that will be able to put real-time data at farmers' fingertips.
We're now working with the FAO on a program that will do smart monitoring of our soils. So we're going to be establishing some smart systems that will put in our highly productive areas that you can monitor using your phone. So not only will you know what is happening, you will know in real time when you have seen that the moisture content in the soil has fallen below what is needed for your plant, so you have to intervene immediately. Instead of, and you will have that at your fingertips using an app on the phone, so you get an alert, say, boy, you need to go water or you're going to be in problems.
And CVM News at 7 will continue right after this. Stay with us.
The sun shining on your face, the warmth of family, the embrace of the island breeze, and the sweet kiss of tropical waters. You've been dreaming of a place where melodies fill the air, flavors dance on your tongue, and your heartbeat sings to the rhythm of your people. You've been dreaming of home. This Christmas, visit Jamaica and come back to where your heart belongs.
Where the difference is made. Where titles are decided. Where respect is earned. Excel here and you could go down in history. It's the final third. CVM TV's weekly JPL preview show every Sunday, starting 30 minutes before our live broadcast. Get insight, analysis, and hear from your favorite players weekly, just before we bring you our feature broadcast for the day. Move from defense to attack and join us in the final third. This and every Sunday until the end of the JPL season.
Win a bag of things valued at over $400,000 with Digicel. When you gift your loved ones a 7-day plan for just $1,100 in My Digicel, share one more gift, one more moment, one more smile. Digicel, better connected this Christmas.
Fan Central Pitchside, brought to you by Edgecam, in Financial Corporation, Connex Services, Texaco, Jamaica Stock Exchange, and Sunshine Snacks.
And we welcome you back now with our regional and international news.
News in the region. In St. Lucia, CXC CEO and Registrar Dr. Wayne Wesley explained to HTS News Force the decisions taken earlier this year regarding underperforming programs.
News of the temporary suspension of the TVET courses sparked controversy with education officials in the region, forcing CXC to reverse its decision. Dr. Wesley explained that it would be useless to design examinations for subjects with no registrants.
Those subjects weren't removed. What we were contemplating is having a discussion with the ministries of education about those subjects that were underperforming, and the fact that teachers indicated to us that they have challenges with resources and teacher availability to deliver some of these subjects. So the idea was to have a discussion. Let's suspend offering, not to remove it totally from the system, but let's suspend the offering to facilitate the resourcing of the system to be able to deliver these programs. Because the truth is, there were many territories not having one single registrant for some of these subjects.
Grenada Tourism Authority trademarked 2 slogans that are unique to Grenada, which play a significant role in marketing the island around the globe. That report from GBN TV.
The Grenada Tourism Authority has word-marked 2 services under the Trademark Act, according to the November 29th Gazette. The authority has placed intellectual property rights ownership to the words Taste of Grenada and Grenada Epicurean Safari. They are both protected under the NICE classification of the World Electoral Property Organization. CEO of the Grenada Tourism Authority, Petra Roach, spoke of the initiative.
We have trademarked 3 names. The first one is the Spice of the Caribbean, which is currently part of the tagline for Pure Grenada. We also have other 2 which are around the culinary niche, because this is one of the important pillars of growth for us. And these are Taste of Grenada and Grenada Epicurean Safari. Ultimately, in terms of trademarks, we want to create a distinct and memorable identity for Grenada and make it easier for visitors and global audiences to associate the island with high quality authenticity.
And in international news, the European Union and South America's Mercosur trade bloc have struck an agreement on a long-anticipated free trade deal. We turn to Al Jazeera for the latest.
It took a quarter of a century for members of Mercosur and the EU to hold up their hands in agreement. 25 years after initiating negotiations to join the European Union with Brazil, Paraguay, Argentina, and Uruguay's trading bloc, Mercosur, the trade pact was finalized in Montevideo.
We are strengthening this unique partnership as never before, and in doing so, we're sending a clear and a powerful message to the world. First, in an increasingly confrontational world, we demonstrate that democracies can rely on each other. This agreement is not just an economic opportunity, it is a political necessity.
The agreement runs counter to the protectionist current promoted by U.S. President-elect Donald Trump. It would create a joint market for some 720 million consumers. And like most trade agreements, its goal is to reduce tariffs and trade barriers to make it easier for businesses on both sides to export goods. But it's far from a done deal. The accord must be ratified by all 27 members of the EU and Mercosur. And it meets strong resistance from European farmers in countries led by France, which calls the deal unacceptable.
And that's it for regional and international news.
You know, Christmas Eve is a big day worldwide. For one little Jamaican girl, she's praying that on that day, which is her birthday, someone will open doors for her to finally get accepted into school, where she can learn with other children her age despite her physical challenges. It's time for Inspire Jamaica.
Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can.
Odeja Bryan was born during the COVID-19 pandemic to newlyweds, Kenesha and O'Dane. She was quite an active child despite a list of diagnoses: club feet, dislocated hips, Sanobifida, and hydrocephalus. Over 2 days, the little baby underwent 2 surgeries. Doctors went into her spinal area, Her parents say, unfortunately, one of the concerns for the medical team materialized when the area was infected. The physicians also had to operate for hydrocephalus as fluid was building up. Weeks shy of her 4th birthday, and we wanted an update.
So with neuro for her, we're very happy about the last report that she did. She went lately to her checkup, and the report, she had some tests that she had supposed to be done, and she did them, and when they came back, everything was very good. So when we went back there, the report on the neuro clinic was very good, and we were well pleased, and the doctor was pleased as well.
Encouraging news there, but despite being on a long waiting list for the hips and even after undergoing a procedure to correct her club feet.
So at this point, after going back to our next visit in October this year, I realized that there will be no help at Bustamante for us, for her, based on how and what they have said, what the doctor have said to me. Because I did a x-ray for her, and the x-ray show like her bones, they're like all over the place, and they're saying that they would have to do a different kind of surgery from the one that they have done before. And they would have to remove bones from her foot and do some stuff to attach the other bones that would have been remained. So at that, when I explained to my wife and I told her about the situation, we kind of be like thinking different towards that, saying it wouldn't be a good idea to have them do it, a surgery like that on her. So I don't know, but whatever it takes, even though we know that we have faith, we believe in God, so we have faith in God. So whatever it takes, and if there's any possible chance to get her out of this country, to go somewhere else to do this surgery, the ankle surgery and also the hip surgery, those are the things that would have helped her to at least move around or walk.
She's almost 4-year-old now, and she's seeing other kids going to school, and she always be saying that, Mama, I would like to go to school because I want friends. And hearing a child saying that I can't do nothing, it really hurts, and we have tried many schools. When they said like we should come there for a meeting, and when we go there, seeing her because she's disabled, they don't take her, and it's not a good feeling. Sometimes we cry because she's not as normal as other child. But
she actually had one school experience which was a nightmare, as she came home with a wound that took almost a year to get better.
And even in daycare as well. Because there are times when I want to go somewhere and my wife want to go somewhere, and we try to leave her at daycare because of her situation. People think that she's a handicap, like she cannot do anything. But she's a brilliant child.
I'm Curlin Brown. Let's continue to inspire Jamaica.
Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place. If you can.
Ronaldo Adams is standing by with sports.
Performing Arts invites you and your entire family
to be a part of Our Christmas Wish, a festive experience featuring the Voice Box Kids and our special guest, Uncle Kevin Donswell. and a few other big surprises.
Join us on Sunday, December 15th at 7 p.m. at the Carl Hendrickson Auditorium, Jamaica College. Gates open at 6 p.m. Tickets are for $3,500 for adults
and $2,000 for picnic.
Get them now at La Shushan and Copycat Barbican or email us at voicebox876@gmail.com.
Our Christmas Wish is sponsored by CVM TV, the Digital Foundation, Island Grill, JPS, TST, Edna Manley College, Starlight, and AV Montage Limited.
See you there! You know my heart goes crazy when you take the lips touch mine. Let's explore our love. We'll leave the world behind. Can you feel this beat? Yeah.